Bars, eat-in restaurants, and live music venues have been shut down for over 7 weeks, seriously affecting those who make their living in them. Greg Ball joins me now. He's a Kingston musician, a microbrewery rep, and a bartender, and he's spending most of his time at home now. Greg, you love playing music, but you can't do that these days. Can you tell me how that's making you feel?
It's been some time to really sit down and write songs. That's one thing for sure. Normally, I'm not like a musician that just plays music. Like I have 3 other jobs to pay bills and stuff like that. So not being able to work those jobs, I've wrote like 50 songs. I like 4 of them, but yeah, it's been good that way. As far as playing live, so to speak, it's all just online, like Facebook Live gigs, and you set up a PayPal account, and you get paid pretty well actually. Sometimes, depending on the time of day and how drunk your friends are, you just play for tips. And sometimes the Wi-Fi works out in the country here, and sometimes it doesn't. Like sometimes I'm all choppy and weird, and sort of look like the fan back there, but sometimes it works. And other people are way more savvy at it than I. Like Jonas from the Wilderness and stuff. You actually should be talking to him because he's a pro. He set it up with like split screens, and playing with other people. I have no concept. It's all been a bit of a learning curve, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
And how's it been working out? Have you been able to make money doing this?
I have actually, surprisingly so. I'm just really only playing. Like I don't want to do it all the time. Like it's tough enough to get people out to watch your gigs anyways. So like I'm not playing like once a week. Like if I have a gig, like my next one is May 20th. I would have been playing down in Stratford. So I'll do a Facebook Live thing. And the last one that I did for the Stratford gig, I basically, without having to drive all the way down to Stratford and come back, I made the same amount that I would have. So that's kind of nice, like people are very supportive, and people are really bored too. So, like, I don't know, like my on my phone, like I'm up like 17 hours compared to what I normally would be a week. Like I get a notification all the time. Like it's pretty boring.
So do you think that's playing into what how people are watching you and contributing to what you're doing? Their boredom?
Well, I definitely think it helps. People are just like, well, that was better than watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine again, like because the season's over or whatever. It's different. I sort of always go off the interaction of the crowd, like if we are playing live. So it's weird to you just get like a little blip, and then you're playing a song and you're halfway through it and you see this blip and then you read it, and then I usually forget the words of what I'm seeing. Like it's totally different and weird. But
talk to me about what you miss most about performing live.
I've been selling beer like just to get me out of the house, and just to see like different people is one thing that I miss. Like I love my family and I never get sick of their faces, but just like when you do run into somebody, it's just like like oh my gosh, feels like forever. Like I am a little bit on the social side. Like I'm a bartender by trade. Like I do need social interaction, it seems. Well, we all do, but I crave it. That's one thing I definitely am missing. And that's always something too. Like when you are playing live, you can sort of tell, like, yeah, if you're hitting it out of the park, you're hitting it out of the park. If you're not, you can tell by people's reactions. Like they won't look at you or blah blah blah, this, that, the other. Um, but when you're just playing into a screen, you have no idea if you're how you're doing.
Let's back up a little bit. You said you're selling beer out of your house. Can you talk about the other jobs you have that are affected by COVID-19 right now?
I'm a beer rep for Ashton Brewing Company, out of Ashton, Ontario. So basically, that's just my job entailed going around to restaurants, selling kegs, getting on tap, that sort of thing. Now restaurants are closed, so that aspect is gone. Um, so now we're selling cans. We're doing free delivery to your door, no contact delivery. Which wasn't really in the cards. I just thought I was going to be a beer rep and get some free beers, but now it's totally changed. So dropping beers off once a week. My restaurant jobs are gone. This all happened right before St. Patty's Day, which is the night that every bartender on the planet sort of dreads, and it didn't happen. It was a Tuesday night. It was supposed to be my shift, but we closed. Didn't go down. Um, so basically, yeah, I just sort of work for the government. I wait for that $2,000 check every every month, and I deliver beers for free.
How are you doing financially through all this? It's been 7 weeks now. You guys holding on?
Pretty good. Like, I'm not. There's no going out really or anything like that, right? And with the CERB and stuff, like, our bills are getting paid and that sort of thing. Yeah, I'd be pretty screwed without that CERB though. That's for sure. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see sort of where things go. I'm not at this point. I'm not stressed, but I know of friends who definitely are. If I was living on my own downtown, I'd be screwed. But luckily, I have a partner, and she's doing fine.
Good. So can you talk about your thoughts about how long this is going to last and what the summer is going to look like?
I'm pretty sure summer is a bit of a wash. Unfortunately, that's just sort of how it feels for me. I do think it's good to keep the distancing going, even though it sucks, and everybody needs to get out and make some cash, but it's scary, like, to think about what really could happen. Like, if you look at the places in Europe and stuff like that, I really don't want to go down that road. I barely have any skin left on my hands. I wash them so frequently. It's pretty gross. I don't even like the feel of my own skin. A very uneducated guess, I would say, like, right before Christmas, things kick off. And nobody's going to have any money.
There's plenty of musicians who are filling their time writing songs about COVID-19, and you're no exception. You've wrote one or more?
I wrote a couple of songs. A lot of them just sort of more isolation, not necessarily COVID. Like, I don't say Corona in it or anything along those lines. But yeah, I can play a bit of one.
Great. Let's play that song about isolation.
Yeah. Doesn't have a name yet. I have no horse in this race, just trying to get to the end and escape. This time goes so long, it's like a maze, and so just hurry up to wait. Like the saddest day of the fall, we're at the lowest part, the funeral.
was your inspiration for that song besides what you're going through right now?
I guess I was sort of just thinking, like, looking around the house, thinking this is just where I'm going to be for a really long time, not seeing your friends and that sort of thing. So, lowest part of the funeral is a little bit dramatic, but I'm the son of a mortician.
Greg Ball, thanks for joining us and talking about what you're going through right now, and I hope you get back to playing live music real soon.
Hey, thanks a lot, Mike. It was a pleasure.
All right.